It is showtime. It is live time. But get into the waiting room music. I'll be in a second. I don't know how that happened, but hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you all can hear me. Do not forget to comment in the comment section so I know that you guys are here. Okay, that's always greatly appreciated. Do not forget to also like this video because that is the most that I ask you guys is to like the video. Thanks very much. I'm not gonna be on here too long, okay? Because there's, only a few little topics that I had, an opinion on and whatnot. So we're gonna get through that and everything. But y'all know first things first. If you have not done so already, please come over to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, I am here and all that goodness and stuff. Okay, do not forget to also again like the video, like the video either on your way in, on your way out, or while you're here. It is always greatly appreciated. Okay, you can also relax, okay, relate, okay, release, okay. Do not forget to inhale and exhale because it helps to center you and not want to smack nobody across the face and whatnot, okay? And always follow me on IG and Twitter at J_Lees_Corner is right here at the bottom of the screen. It's always also in the description box below every single video, okay? Look, so much came out today on social media regarding the Toya and her husband videos. That was so much have to try to figure out what's going on or whatever. I'm like, oh my God. But first of all, I hope everybody had a great Tuesday. Okay, because it's Tuesday, it's almost hump day, which means it's almost Friday in my head, and that's what I like to think about the most. Okay, so let's just get into these few topics I have. Thank you for everyone who's here. I think who's here. I think Diva is, who is a moderator. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm going to start, and if y'all have questions, Y'all can put the word question and then your question. Okay, I can answer questions today because again, it's not that many topics to talk about. So again, once I'm done with my topics, if y'all don't have questions, we're gonna end it right here. Now, do not forget to catch the Ladies First panel this Thursday, 8 p.m. Girl, no, 9 p.m. Eastern time on my channel this week. Is on my channel this week. Yeah. Again, a great time. We have fun on the Ladies First panel, and it's a good time had by all. So let's start with OG. OG was on Basketball Wives. Okay, and during the season, we saw one part of what they were trying to put out there, and OG was an OG herself, and she recorded these conversations, and she, bit by bit released stuff that she released the conversations in full to show how Jackie's a whole jerk, how Jen is a whole jerk, even how Shawnee is a whole jerk. And it's funny to me because it took her doing that to expose what most of us already knew. I didn't really need to fully listen to all of the articles because it was two. She put out two new ones with two different conversations and whatnot. Okay, and for the most part, we learned a couple things. One, we hear Jen saying that she heard people refer to OG as a gorilla, as a monkey, whatever. So Jen is on recording saying, I was there for that. I did see it happen. Even though later on camera, Jen acted as if she had no idea what OG was speaking about. So again, she was just showing how not only was Jen being fake, so was production. Because production, again, was editing things out that actually happened. They edited things out that was actually said, which makes us all know that this short season of Basketball Wives was fully to discredit OG, to make her out to be the villain, and to make her out to be the crazy one. She also brought up how when they shot the scene with Jackie, Jen, and them sisters, and they made it seem as if OG was upstairs and did not come down to the little pool party or whatever. She wasn't even there. She had been gone from the house for 4 days. So she was not there when they shot that scene, even though they made it seem as if she was, and she was just being antisocial. That's something else that I like that she brought up. She then played the audio of her and Jackie talking, and you see Jackie trying to still push her to take back what she said. You hear Jackie trying to make it seem as if that OG is the one who wants to have a conversation. You also hear OG explicitly explain everything that she felt had happened, how she did not even want to discuss the situation and whatnot, that it was everyone else coming to her about it. She also brought up how y'all were saying that Malaysia and Malaysia and Kristen was coming over to play games. They get here, and then I'm up here having to answer questions about that. It's some fragile bullshit. And what I can appreciate is OG was like, I'm going to clear my name. I don't care if the producers, if VH1 don't want to clear my name. I'm going to clear my name where we see that clearly there were colorism issues. Even her pointing out that, y'all acting as if, y'all acting as if Evelyn is not fully suing me right now when she did not sue Cece, who called her racist, which is a part of colorism. You didn't want to sue the light skin, other girl, but you're going to sue me because I said one thing or not, even though she also said it on a national platform. And when Jen and Jackie were asking OG, well, why would you want to stay here? Why would you want to come back here if these women did that and this? And OG made great points. Well, Jen, they bullied you for years. Okay, Malaysia threw a whole table at you. Okay, Evelyn threw drinks in your face. However, you still came back begging and pleading for a point to be on the show. So why ask me why I came back when y'all came back from worse treatment than me? Yes, they may have been, assholes to me and being colorist and being racist a bit, but they were physically violent with y'all. And y'all came back. Jackie The same with you. They treated you like a whole stepchild. And you still came back begging and pleading to be a part of their collective. So why ask me why I came back one season when y'all came back multiple seasons of being dog walked by these ladies? Everyone on that cast has been dog walked by Shani or Evelyn in some kind of way, including Malaysia, including Crystal. Was it Crystal? Kristen. They all have. And they all came back. They all came back sucking at the teat of Shani or Evelyn. And no one ever asked them, well, why you come back? Why are you here? It was like they wanted OG to retreat and leave, and I did not like it. It was an amazing thing to hear how fake Jackie is, how fake Jenny is. And I feel like, even though I know the YouTubers I know, like me, Bondi, you know what I'm saying, the ones who, Alex, who reviewed this season, we not here for next season. I told y'all, they would have to get Kobe Bryant's wife. They would have to get Michael Jordan's one of his wives. They would need to get, I would need Cookie. Okay, I would need Isaiah Thomas's wife. I would need Allen. I would need the creme de la creme of housewives, of basketball players for me to ever watch this show. And if that was the case, Shawnee could not be a part of it. Even the show that Jen has called Notorious Queens, I think it's on the Black channel we have talking about, me and the ladies watching and possibly recapping. I don't even really want to watch that because I don't like Jen. And it's a dumb thing to make it seem as if, it was all OG, and it wasn't. And it took her putting out full audio of what really happened to make the point of they was fucking with that girl. And I feel as if I wish more people talk about OG outing them versus making it seem as if she's mean and angry. I don't get how anyone can hear what the audio said and feel as if she wasn't played for a whole season by Shawnee Nostril ass, Evelyn Stank Cooch ass, and the fucking producers. Okay, point blank into the period. And you see that this whole season was made to get her out, to start over with the new season if they get it, and then act as if none of this happened. They can then move on and either dog her on camera without her being there, or act as if it never happened. Production fully did this shit. Fully did this shit. I was like, I don't like it. At the all. What's the question? I thought they had Lamar X. Lamar isn't on a high enough status for me to give any fucks about anybody he dated. His ex was from so long ago. I was like, I didn't care. So yeah, I didn't care about that. She was barely a blip on that show, and it was dumb. But again, I am still team OG in the aspect of she at least showed what really happened. I'm not saying that OG maybe didn't have an attitude here or there, but again, she was not at all how they tried to make her seem like she was. And it was the bullshit for me. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Who I want to go to next? Let's do Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Somebody was like, are you going to review the show? I was like, for what? The episode that came on Saturday, was a behind the scenes look basically on how the show got started. And I was like, I don't care that much. It's really, they had the cast, they had Carlos King, they also had a couple of the producers. What I can appreciate is Carlos King being extremely happy that his show was picked up. We also know that recently he signed a deal with OWN to like a first look deal to, do shows for them. I'm like, congrats to him for that, because Carlos made great shows. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy about that. But seeing how the show started with Mel and Martell wanting to do like a flipping show, like, which is usually on HGTV. And I love HGTV. Look, I absolutely, if you have never just sat down on a Saturday afternoon with a good old cold bottle of water, okay, and, maybe some grapes, some pineapples and whatnot, and just sat back and watched, Flip It. Is it called Flip It? No, what's it called? The Tarek and Christina show. It's a Vegas edition. It's all these different shows or whatever. I watch the, Love of the Listed show. I love watching HGTV. It's very relaxing, very, very relaxing. But that's what they wanted to do at first. We see the old footage of them, like, walk through houses. I was like, oh, that was cute. But Carlos did not want to do that. So he kind of, sold them on, like, well, let's do something else, whatever. They then brought on Tisha and Marceau and Kimmy and Maurice, and that's how it became what we know it to be now. They also brought up how, I like how the producers said that, they wanted a show that was authentic with real people, with real issues or whatever. So it was good that it was friends. They already had a comeback. The fact that they already had a comeback group, to me was great, because usually these shows come together and they want them to create some kind of togetherness or whatever. They already had that. So it was already a ready-made show. And there was a bit of drama too. So Carlos struck gold with Mel and Martell, coming to them with the show. Boom, pow, pow. But he brings up how, well, Melly also brought up too, because Mel was on the show, so it was Martell. And when she brought up how, that dealt with the cheating before, she thought she was done with it or whatever, and it was not until like the week before they were going to shoot the pilot that Mel found out that Martell was back cheating again, and she did not want to do the show because, again, she ain't want to be on that bullshit. And Carlos King convinced her, look, be your authentic self, shoot what we've been doing or whatnot, and then if the show gets, because at this point it was a pilot, and if the show gets picked up, I'll hold your hand through all the bullshit. I do feel like Carlos knew if this gets picked up, it'll be great to have some kind of thing of also dealing with the couple dealing with cheating. Boom, pow, pow. They did the pilot, and then the first episode that we saw where Mel brings up cheating at the table was shocking to everyone. And as Mel said, I had to be my real self. I had to be my authentic self. I had to address it because that was going on in my life. The fact that Martell said, I assumed the cheating would never make it to air. I'm like, how would you think you cheat? You consistently cheated on your wife. Why would you think that would not make air? I'm like, that did not make any sense at all. Like, if the producers know the husband cheating, it's going to make it to there. It's, especially if you keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? I think Mel thing was she didn't care if they talk about what him cheating before. Mel issue was you still cheating. That's some bullshit. Martell, if he had just stopped cheating, it wouldn't have been an issue. And it's weird to me that he really felt as if, oh, it won't make it to air. Yes, the fuck it will. I'm like, he's so dumb. With Tisha and Marceau, they was the same. I don't, to me, Mel and Martell do make the show. So I do want to see how things go moving forward, with them two being broken up and the cameras having to follow them separately as now single people, possibly dating or whatever, the new baby. But I do feel like the issues between Tisha and Marceau and or Kimmy and Maurice wasn't really a big deal in the beginning. But the ensemble cast was great. You know what I'm saying? I like that. What about Bell Collective? He did have I like Bell Collective. You know what I'm saying? I liked it. I reviewed it. I do feel as if it was a rushed season, and I think that's because of COVID. So for me, I'm gonna watch it next season. I'm gonna review it next season. I like the show. But that's just me. I think Carlos King did well with that show, considering it was cut short due to COVID. I think people have to, give that. You have to put that into consideration for Bell Collective. It was a new show during, COVID. It was just different. But back to Love and Marriage Huntsville, they needed 2 more couples. Well, see, they added Destiny. They also, it seemed like Chris and his wife Nail might be a little bit on there too. I do think they need one more full couple who will be fully on there. It's not that I don't like Diamond, Destiny. I don't like the fact that we met her with her husband and now he never there. To me, that doesn't make sense. For Mel and Martell, it makes us they're divorced. So again, we will see. We may not see one or the other, or we have to see them separately. But I feel as if to bring Destiny on with a husband and a baby, and then the next season we see her and the baby, we don't see the husband and no one addresses it, to me is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I really wish that could have been addressed, but it wasn't. But again, the behind the scenes look of the show was really, to me, it wasn't really needed too much. But I like seeing them in the beginning and what it was supposed to be, and then what it turned into. But yeah, Martell is an idiot. I didn't think it would make it. I'm like, how would you think that? And even seeing how Martell and Marceau was getting beat out more than we knew, wanting to fight and whatnot, about Marceau bringing up how Martell was cheating. But I feel as if, but you were, what you were. And then Martell's retaliation, was saying how Marceau fucking 20 women. I think both Marceau and Martell have cheated. I think that's a fact in my opinion. But again, I really didn't care too much about behind the scenes stuff from like before the show started. They didn't really give me anything that I like kind of didn't know too much. You know what I'm saying? But it was still cool to see. Wait, I'm trying to go into order of comments. I'm here for yeah. I like Love American. I like the show. I watched the reviews, but it wasn't all that. Oh, for Bell Collective. Usually for shows like that, our reviews are better. So that's why we review certain shows like that, because we can make it good and fun if the show was bullshit. I think Bell Collective will get better by second season. I do too. I feel as if the cast is going to see how they acted, how they should have been, and different things, and they're going to tweak themselves as much as they want to. But we shall see. What happens to other Love and Marriage franchises? You know what? I don't know. I feel as if they're still trying to build Love and Marriage Huntsville before starting a different one. And I also feel as if Carlos getting this first look deal with OWN may be when he'll put together a new franchise in a different, location. But again, he did Bell Collective, he did, Love and Marriage, and now he'll do more than that. What Tisha did with the ex-wife was so shady, but she's shady. You know what I'm saying? I don't put nothing past her. She's full of shit all up and through. LeBerick said, y'all not about to put all my business in these streets. I'm gonna cheat in peace. Yes, but I just need to know like where he at. Like if he doesn't want to be on camera, at least say that. You know what I'm saying? But to make it seem as if like he just disappeared. How does a person just disappear? I don't like that. Okay, at all. I like that we saw how Tisha and Kiowa are shady. Tisha is a pick-me, so she wants to be picked by whoever. And if she feels as if, her and Kimmy ain't, A1 day one, she's going to pick whoever wants to be around her. But I'm my girl back. I like Tambra. She can go. Tambra did not have any kind of storyline. I feel as if she comes back for season 2, she needs to be about something, and it cannot be about her dating that man or them fake babies. Because I'm telling y'all, I feel as if she really wanted children, she would do it. Okay, she would have had that surgery. She would have went and had the surgery to give her body time to heal, and then she would have went and got pregnant. Or she would at least try to look into a surrogate. But I feel like she just be talking about shit, and that's it. And I don't like that. Do you think Martell has another child with someone besides the one he cheated on? I don't put nothing past Martell. I think Martell could have another kid, 18. He can have anything. Anything. Okay? Because at the end of the day, he can't be trusted. And I feel as if, it doesn't mean he has multiple kids, but he could absolutely have at least one more kid with someone, and we just don't know yet. But I feel as if because he's divorced from Mel now, that's on him. Now, I know the rumor came out that he did have 8 other kids, but supposedly that girl who was on Twitter was some random crazy person, was some random crazy person. So I can't, put a stock into that. But again, we shall see. There's a Love and Marriage Charlotte. Oh, okay, really? Okay. Let's leave eggs in the first season. Collected here to be good. Yeah, please leave them eggs there. How come you come on camera? I've been here all the time, so I'm gonna leave that be. Because I think you're making up stuff. Did you watch to have and told Charlotte, no, I did not at all. Are you going to review Teen Mom? No. Next topic, because again, I'm done with these people right here. Let's go to Jen Shah. So Jen, who we know is out on bail for stealing from old people. Okay, stealing and scheming, shucking and jiving with old people and whatnot. And I'm like, girl, you going to jail and going to hell. But again, that's not funny. But again, she was caught on audio saying how she was the only minority on the Housewives, the Real Housewives of Orange Lake City, of Salt Lake City, and she was saying how Mary, who was actually a black woman, even though she doesn't act like she's black, isn't really black and doesn't count because Mary assumed she's white. The fact that you would disregard someone who was clearly black, even if Mary thinks she isn't, she is. To make it seem as if you have the right to say that you are the only minority, to disregard her, to me, is the reason I don't like you. Okay? I don't like Jen. Jen is an attention-seeking, lying, scheming heifer. And even though Mary is batshit crazy and she's married her grandfather, I still feel as if you cannot disregard the fact that she is a black woman. So you cannot say that you are the only minority just because someone says or thinks or assumes they are less black. She's black. Okay? Mary is black. And you saying the contrary is what can get you punched in the throat. Okay? All up in the throat. You can't be like that. Mary said, I'm not black. I know she said that, but it does not mean that she isn't black. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Mary is black. She can't change that. She can dye her skin. She can do whatever she wants to do. She can put herself in baby powder or whatever. She is black. And, stab, 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 stab. Okay? She's full of shit. And I feel as if she's trying to just do team too much, and it aggravates my spirit. I'm like, girl, sit down somewhere and get your, bail money together. They also said that house that was in on the season isn't their real house. Okay, allegedly, apparently, they rented that before the season started to make it seem as if they was all fabulous and whatnot. Okay, I'm like, girl, did you do that? And that they have another house in Utah, but that wasn't it. I'm like, yes, strong face Jen gets on my damn nerves. Not Real Jailhouse of USA, Apollo, Sheree, Jailhouse Bay, Teresa, and Jen Shah. It can happen. They also brought up how the show Housewives of Salt Lake City will still be filming everything. She's not leaving the show. They're going to make a big, of course, this is going to be a big part of next season. And the people who did not review the season, like myself, will be reviewing the season next season, like myself. And it's not, I started watching it and I reviewed the first 1 or 2 episodes, but it got boring. And I'm like, oh, it was just too much. So I was like watching it via Bonnie reviews and Alex reviews. So I was still like interested or whatever, but I was like, I don't feel like reviewing it. I'm going to review it now. Okay, all up and through. And they brought up how the camera for Bravo caught, of course, the things leading up to her arrest, the aftermath or whatnot. So they're going to show everything, whatever they can legally show, they're going to show. And Bravo will give you a good old, a perp walk. Like they love the foolishness of it all. So whatever they can show, they're going to show. And I feel as if they're going, this is the kind of situation that you drag on all season. You don't drag a goddamn what happened in Atlanta being dragged out, bullshit. You don't drag bullshit, but you can damn sure drag one of the ladies on the show getting arrested for scamming old folk and lying with her assistant, and who could never properly explain where her money came from. Okay, that you can drag the whole season, because not only is it what she did, it's how it affects each other lady on the show. It's their opinions too, because again, do you now not trust her at your house because she scammed folks? How you know she ain't coming over to steal your social security number? She's a thief stealing from old folk. Okay, look, you can't steal from old folks and you can't kidnap babies. Those are my rules, okay? And you up here stealing from the old people who don't know no better. I'm like, girl, bye. You know, in one second, we're gonna get on that. But again, I will be reviewing next season because I just want to see her coming home from being arrested with them braids. Okay, I want to see what her husband said. Like, baby, was you stealing from old people? Was you doing that when I was out with my other family? Was you up here stealing from old people with that man who was your assistant? Is that what you was doing, wife? I want to see her husband ask her those questions. I want to see Mary say, oh, she's a thief. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the foolishness of it all. I love shows that make me laugh. Okay, I love a show that can take a serious situation and I can joke about it all the time. And you know, because prison is serious. Stealing from old people is serious. But if I can joke about it, I will. Okay, all up and through. But again, she got to sit all that down. Sit down somewhere, Jen. And Mary and you are both the minorities on the show. Okay, and let's hope that you don't drop us up in prison. Who do we go to next? I'll do these people real quick. You know, Joseline. That's really small. That's Joseline, Stevie J, and Faith. Look. First of all, look. Okay. First of all, we're gonna do this. Okay. Like the video. Boom. Boom, pow, pow. Please like the video because that's what you're supposed to do because you like me. Okay. That's the one good thing about, you know, when you're on YouTube, you want people to appreciate your content. Okay. I'm sitting here after getting off work for all them hours and giving y'all great, amazing entertainment for free. All you gotta do is like the video, please, and thank you. Please and thank you. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Anyway. But back to these folk. Okay, so, you know, Faith and Stevie was on Behind Every Man this past weekend. And that's a show on OWN that Carlos King came up with. Yep, Carlos King also Behind Every Man. And it shows, you know, a popular man or a successful man or whatever, and the woman behind him. Now, they had Lamar Odom and his fiancée Sabrina Parr on there. When they were engaged, it was funny to me because when it aired, they had broken up. Girl, bye. But again, Faith and Steve was on there. And Faith brought up how at one point she had stopped dealing with Stevie because she found out or she felt as if he was still dealing in some kind of way with Joseline. Now, she didn't mean recently. Okay? Not recently. She meant when we was first kicking it. And he was probably still messing with her in some kind of way, even if it was as far as him doing shit to piss her off, whatever it was. However, what I saw wasn't Faith being shady. It wasn't Faith acting as if, you know, Stevie and Joseline were currently messing around and whatnot. You know, it was just a fact of the matter of at one point I stopped messing with him to let him do him, but he came back to me. We still got together, and now we married happily and whatnot. Well, Joseline was on social media, and she was upset about that. She was in the comment section on different blogs or whatever, saying how she called Faith's child an animal. We're assuming that she was talking about the one child who has autism, and was saying, alleging that, you know, her crazy child, her wild child, her badass kid almost killed Bonnie Bella, which is Stevie J and Johnson's daughter and whatnot. And I have audio of Stevie begging me to forgive him for that and whatnot. And I'm like, Joseline is very entertaining, but Joseline has the way, in my opinion, of making it seem as if she is more popular than she is. And like no one can say anything that happened and she feels as if they only do it for clout. I'm looking like, Joseline, you not the Puerto Rican princess anymore. You know, she brought my 3 shows. I'm like, no, mama, no. Joseline is a famous person in her own head and in her own circle of popularity. Not a lot of people have Zeus to catch Joseline's Cabaret. I never watched season 1 and I pay for the goddamn app. I'm saying, so I feel as if, you know, she making it seem as if because her show is coming on WeTV, because season 2 is coming on Zeus, that they're doing it for attention. I'm like, this episode was recorded before. Like, OWN don't have time to be worried about what Joseline doing and let's do something to get attention. No, because you could have not said shit. Because again, their whole thing wasn't even about you. That was one 30-second clip from an hour conversation. And I feel as if Joseline does too much for no reason. And that's and that's what gets on my nerve about Joseline. She does too much for no reason, and then she feels as if she's justified in doing it because it was someone said my name. Bitch, so what? If you so happy with that dude and your daughter or whatever, why you care about what Stevie and Faith got going on? And if her son damn near killed your daughter, why is it an issue now and it wasn't an issue when it happened? I'm going to come out and be pissed off when it happened, not after it's happened. We done moved on from it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as if Joseline do things to get attention for herself. She make it seem as if, they want to. It's like, no, it's for you. You need the attention at that point in time, and that's why you did it. And I'm like, just stop doing that shit. I need the Puerto Rican princess to chill out. Yes, with the shenanigans. Okay, it's too much. I don't like it. Because it paints a picture of you would pick me. Meaning, whenever someone is getting attention, if they mention my name, let me bring more attention to me. Pick me in the beef between, me and Faith. I'm like, no, I can't pick you when you and Stevie is in the comment section fussing back and forth about shit that don't matter. And never heard to accuse Faith of cheating on Stevie. I'm like, how you know? And Stevie is a whole asshole if he is in fact going back to Joseline and telling her anything about him and Faith. Don't do that shit, Stevie. Don't do that. But I also feel like y'all too old for this bullshit. Period. Too old. Ain't nobody tuning in for nothing about y'all beefing. I don't need y'all on my boot camp. I don't need y'all on Ayala. Just move the fuck on separately and co-parent as y'all can. But stop with the bullshit. Now put that more on Joseline than Stevie and Faith, because Joseline's the one who came out with the bullshit after the interview. Don't do it. Just stop. Okay? Hard stop, Joseline. Just stop it. Leave it be. You be at home happy with Ballistic and the damn baby and leave Faith and Stevie to be whatever. I'm waiting for Stevie to come back on because Stevie is going to be on Growing Up Hip Hop LA. Is it LA? Yes. The one with Angela and them. Well, she on both seasons. But the one with Lil Twist in them, Stevie J, his oldest daughter, is going to be on that. I'm waiting for that. Not JLo, the Puerto Rican princess. Stevie and Childish is fucking Faith shouldn't have gotten with him. See, I don't believe that. I like Faith and Stevie as a couple. They seem happy. They do. Joseline's the one who's childish because, again, she's the one who came and said something. Yes, Faith didn't say shit bad about Joseline at all. So for me, for Joseline to come back and try to attack Faith on some bullshit is childish as fuck. And it was uncalled for. Yes, and for talking about her autistic child, you should never call a child who was autistic a monster. I think she just said beast or monster. Either way it go, that's not nice. Because you would not want anyone come after your daughter like that. And that's what makes me, and I feel as if that's why Stevie deleted some stuff. Even though Stevie was defending Faith, fussing back and forth with Joseline. But I see that he went and deleted stuff and whatnot, and you know what, let that shit be. And I was like, girl, bye. But again, she gets on my nerve with that book. Stop it, girl. Stop it. Okay. Now, next up, Marlo. The reason I'm gonna do Marlo did an interview with the Jasmine brand. And she was posting stuff on social media. Now, we know this season of, Housewives of Atlanta is boring. We know that. We are all fully aware this season is a wash. And that they focus too much on, how the whole bull thing was seen too much. But again, with Marlo and Portia beef has ignited beyond anyone's imagination. And it's some bullshit. So Marlo did an interview, and in her interview with the Jasmine brand, she, in my opinion, proved Portia's accusations of Marlo became friends with Kenya, and then she switched up. Because I feel like everything that Marlo has done recently has been a shot at Portia. And I feel like you can't all of a sudden have a big issue with me because you're not friends with somebody who I'm not friends with. And to me, that's the BS, because when Kenya was friends with Marlo, not Marlo, but when Portia was friends with Kenya, when their daughter were born, and they were like, have played this or whatever, Marlo kept bringing up how, things are different now. But I'm like, it's a difference between burying the hatchet and trying to get along, but it didn't work, and now me and Kenya don't get along, versus Marlo literally trying to read Portia at every turn, calling Portia a liar because of what Kenya said. And the interview that she did, where she brought up how Portia's supposed to be on the season doing stuff for Black Lives Matter, or she's supposed to be about social justice or something like that. But how was she not for two Black women, being friends again? Again, trying to take aim at Portia being more into social issues this season. And I feel as if when Portia said in the after show, the reason she left was because they wanted to get her in the mess. And she did not want to get in the mess. She'd already fussed enough, and she did not want to keep doing that. And so she left for that reason, to not get caught up in the bullshit that they kept trying to bring her into. And I feel as if Marlo saying that, like, oh, you say one thing, but you do another, to me makes Marlo fake. Because if I'm not on good terms with my friends right now, I'm not going to say anything to make it seem as if they are a bad person. You know what I'm saying? To me, that makes you a bad person. You should not have anything negative to say about your friend who has not done anything to you. And I think that's the part. Portia has not done anything to Marlo. She ain't did shit to Kenya this season, truthfully, okay? The back and forth shit, I mean, Portia has not touched or cussed out or caused any issue with Kenya. Okay? The whole thing they got going on is the bullshit of the bolo, whatever. And to make it seem as if Portia isn't as good as she wants to be. Portia's make it seem as if, she wants to be a good person for change, but she's really not, because she wants to keep letting me and, Kenya feel as if we lying and she isn't. I'm like, move on. It ain't y'all coochies. Okay? It ain't y'all coochies. And when Portia said that Marlo felt like Kenya would ruin her reputation with the whole Bolo thing, that Portia would be ruined, she would be embarrassed or whatever. She said, so Marlo tried to attach her coattail to Kenya the same way she did with Nene. Attach it, because Marlo has been a friend of the show since season 4. Okay, so she's been a friend of the show for 9 seasons. A friend of the show, typically was always attached to Nene. And I recall the one season where Marlo and Nene fell out, and Marlo befriended Kenya, which pissed Nene off. And then once Marlo got back in good with Nene, she then got beefed out again with Kenya. So Marlo do attach her hook to whoever she feels as if is the queen bee at that time. This is Portia's season. Truth be told, it is. Okay? If you want to put her and Kenya neck, fine. But at the end of the day, I do feel like Marlo felt like, let me attach my alliance to who may come out on top. Because if Portia's lying and the fans turn on Portia, I need to be on the side of who the fans will relate to or navigate to. And she picked Kenya. Because again, all this happened before the fans could, see shit. So again, in the moment of it, let me side with Kenya. And now it's like, Marlo, you a flip-flopper. Marlo, you on some bullshit. You're doing things to get attention for the season. Even the interviews you're doing about Portia is because you want attention, and you keep attaching yourself more and more and more to Kenya's side. Because Kenya and Portia's beef is fine. They've always been beefing. It is what it is. But Marlo kind of flipping on Portia, to me, proves Portia's point that Marlo was acting funny. Because she wanted to be who she could be in with. Yeah, she wants a moment. And she's been making up moments. Stirring the pot. I wouldn't say the producers encouraged it, but they also wasn't gonna stop it. They gonna let Marlo be Marlo. They're gonna let her be messy because she's always been a bit messy as a friend of the show. But even though she brings up how she wants to be a full-time peach holder, Marlo will never be a peach holder for reasons like this, to where she can't stand on her own 2 feet. She's always attached to somebody with the mess of it all. She doesn't make enough of an impact to do that. Also, we don't know shit about Marlo because Marlo keeps her shit a secret. So while she wants Portia to divulge who she bagged, we still don't know nothing about Marlo. Period. And I'm like, get out my face, Marlo, with the bullshit of it all. But again, I'm mad at Marlo. She can kiss my ass. Lastly, I think the last thing I'm going to discuss today, Toya, honey, and her damn ex-husband, or I don't know if they're divorced or not. But Toya and his name Adam. What's his name? Yes, Adam. So I'm 30, y'all. They got on social media. I'm still drinking. Hold on. Ooh, I was thirsty. Okay. So Toya and her ex-husband, Adam, were on social media. And I don't know which one of them went live first with the bullshit of it all. I don't know if her YouTube videos were up first, which then made him do the Tasha K one. I don't know what happened first. I don't know what came first, the chicken or the egg. What I do know is they both had interviews up about each other. The difference that I will say between the two is Adam's interview with Tasha K, he did not bash Toya. He did not demean her. He did not try to slander her. He really just answered Tasha's questions in his own way. And even when Tasha tried, Tasha gave him ample opportunity to go in and say whatever about her. He still went the other way. Okay. However, and his interview seems more authentic, and I'm here to answer some questions, and that's it. And when I watched Toya's, and I did not finish part 2 of hers because I was over it or whatever, but Toya's seemed like, okay, I need to sit here. I need to say these things, so I need you to ask me these questions. You know what I'm saying? I feel as if Toya also gave nothing this season of herself. She was very, very messy, yes, but I don't see her getting a second season. I really don't, because I don't see what she would bring. Bravo was messy. They may add it back. I don't know, but it's the point of the way she answered the questions that were being asked. For a fact, she didn't like. Tasha K is a blogger. Tasha K does interviews, so Tasha K has her own questions to be asked. So the stuff that she was talking about, I'm like, that was Tasha being Tasha. Whoever Toya had at her house asking her questions were questions she wanted to ask herself. Period. You can't tell me no different. I also, yes, I do feel bad for their kids. But I do, based on Toya's video, not really Adam's. When he said, this is the thing. I feel as if, I'm tired, hold on. I feel as if, it's not for on camera. I feel like they were both saying the same thing in different ways. They were both saying they met because he hit her up, good, both YouTubers at the time. They hit it off, started dating, moved in together. She got pregnant, and then things just kept spiraling from there to where they just never stopped being together. It's like you meet someone, have one night stand, y'all get pregnant, you just stuck together. That's what it seemed like. And they just kept, well, okay, we live together. Okay, well, now we're gonna move to Atlanta because she wants to, not Atlanta, LA, because she wants to be there. And the fact that Toya kept on bringing up how she just wanted to be on television, not that she wanted to do something, but she just wanted to be on TV with no purpose. But I just want to be on TV, and how they both said Toya was, messy. She needed someone to help her focus. She needed someone to do the day-to-day business shit that she would not think about. Because he said, I would help her with her brands. I would clean up shit that she would fuck up. Because she said, I have ADHD, like I'm just out, I spaz out or whatever, like I'm just out here in this world doing whatever. And she brought up how she allowed him to handle the business side of things. He said that too, but he said that in like a normal way, whereas she made it seem as if, well, he used me and he, got his stuff. And so I'm like, no, you said that you needed help and he was helping you as your husband. It's weird. And when she then went on to just make it seem as if he was a sneaky, like, she made it seem as if she had no idea how she ended up marrying him with 3 kids. Like, I don't know how it happened. I was always drinking. He, even how she brought up how he know my weakness is liquor. But on the show, when they talked about drinking too much, you said, I don't drink this much. I'm drinking like this because how y'all drink. Well, if your husband know your weakness is drinking, then your weakness is drinking. It ain't had to do with, she was full of shit. Anyway, but he did not say much about her that was negative. It was a very soft interview, very soft interview in my opinion, because he could have said things about her. This based on how he then went on IG Live and went off. He didn't do that the first time, and I think that's because he didn't want to. But when she then put out her video, and she then said how, he abused me at one time, he choked me up this one time, he tricked me into having my 3rd baby, he didn't want the 2nd baby. Like the way she made it seem as if he was just this horrible, sneaky, conniving man who was tricking her into staying with him. And I'm like, so you don't know how you stayed for that long? Girl, bye. And not calling her a liar, but something about the way she told her story seemed calculated. There's a way a person recalls their past. You're never, looking for what you're saying because you're just reliving the past. To me, it seemed as if she was trying to recollect a story that made sense to people based on when her head happened, and not like, this is what happened, let me talk about it. And that's what I got from her video. His seems like he was watching his words to not say nothing negative about her, because his kids would see this. So he seemed to give a fuck more about her and how, she would be looked at than she cared about him. And it wasn't until she then said that she wanted to leave, he begged her to stay and said, but the fans, but our business. So he would, trick me to stay. Girl, okay. And then she brought up how with the 3rd child that he know my weakness is liquor. He got me drunk. And I woke up 2 days later and didn't know what happened. I didn't even know that we had sex. To me, which means he got me so drunk, he took it from me and I ain't know. So she basically accused him of taking it. That's her words was, he knew my weakness was liquor. We got really, really drunk. Okay, because he knew my stuff was liquor. And I woke up 2 days later and I did not know that we had sex. To me, that means I was too drunk to give you consent. And so I feel as if he had every right to be pissed off for her to put that narrative if it's not true. But her saying the whole time to where I'm a party girl, I'm always out drinking and hanging out. You can't say that and then say someone tricked you with, liquor. To me, I didn't like that. Period. Not saying I don't believe her, but I feel as if a part of it is just her trying to make him look bad. Because again, he didn't say nothing wrong about her in the video. I don't know. It's weird. She then went on to bring up how she cheated on him. And he found out that she cheated on him. She went on a cruise. Okay, cheated in some type of way. He found out. She said he came in, pulled her out of bed, yoked her up or whatever, and then choked her on the wall. And that the kids came in, Daddy, no, stop, whatever. How she left, did not call the police because I don't want to call the police on a black man, but that she called her aunt about it or whatever. But she still went back, which people do. She also brings up how he got a PPO against her because she bought a gun, but he knew she had it, so he did not know why she said he knew I had it. She didn't get why he got the PPO, and said he was scared for his life. I'm like, Toya seems nuts. What about the children? Because a part of me feels as if he isn't innocent at all. But I do like the fact that he said, I was just about, I don't have to be happy as long as I'm being responsible. I mean, I would have stayed with her crazy ass just so that the family could have been good. But that's not good either. And if you did tuck her up, you ain't shit, bro. Period. Now, he denied the abuse claims. He said, I did not do that. He denied it. And she accused him of going to her YouTube page and deleting videos. It's a mess. It's a mess, and I don't know why it's a mess. It's a mess, and don't need to be no mess. And a part of me feels as if her 2-part video on a channel that she now shared with her new boyfriend. How you leave one channel with your husband, who is not your ex or your soon-to-be ex-husband, to start a new channel with your new boyfriend? It's like, who the fuck does that? Okay. And then back to the baby, the third baby, no, the second baby, the second child, when he found out she cheated, and then a month later she said she was pregnant, and she said he told her that she has to abort that kid. Okay. But she made it seem as if the reason I didn't like how she said it, because that child is going to have to hear that one day. You saying, Daddy kept on saying, abort that baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that kid. As if he was saying it, knowing this full-fledged born kid out here who he now loves. He was saying, abort Toya. Abort. No, he was saying, you pregnant, we not good, you drink too fucking much, you've been drinking too much, you don't need to keep this child because it could have issues based on your partying. And I feel as if as husband and wife has the right to have a conversation about, I'm pregnant, and okay, well, I want you to abort it. Like, I don't see an issue with that being a conversation between a husband and a wife. What I don't like is when the wife uses that conversation years later, after the kid is born, to make it seem as if, well, he was horrible because, again, he didn't want the kid. I'm looking like, why do your child has to see that? Y'all have 50-50 custody. So why put that out in the atmosphere? I'm like, you should, for what? And again, her video, in my opinion, was structured to be a messy section of exposure against him, where his was just, I'll answer this and that about her, and that's really it. You know what I'm saying? No, we did not. We were together for all these years, but again, we did not have time to build this bond, because it was, we met, got pregnant, got married, pregnant again. So stuff happened back to back. They never had a chance to really form a union. He made it seem as if it wasn't as bad as it was, even though it was bad. But she made it seem as if he's a horrible person. I loved him. I was the best for him. I was this, I was that. But he was bad. And it was like, but why even go through all that? There's a way to discuss getting divorced without ragging on the other person. And not, yes, Tia, Toya wants to be bad. Toya wants to be famous so bad that she put this on social media because she wants attention. And he said that too. You do this for attention. And then she also released some text To me, that weren't really threatening. It was him just saying, I did an interview and I didn't even bash you. So what would you say? I didn't take it as a threat. I thought he didn't need to text her that at all. But again, I didn't take it as him threatening her at all, in my opinion. But again, I ain't everybody. But I don't like Toya. I can say that. At the same time, my opinion of this situation is not based on me not liking her. It's based on watching both videos and feeling like one person tried to not bash the other person, while one person chose to fully go at this person. And I don't know why. And again, Tasha K gave him room to, you know what I'm saying, call her a cheater, say she won shit, and all of that. And she never did it. Never at all. I mean, he didn't do it. He didn't fall into it. But again, it's crazy because your kids are old enough to know mommy and daddy is on. What? We ain't even talking about Kenya. And Angel, honey, calm down. Follow the topic. We ain't on Kenya. Now, if you watching this back, I get that. But I'm like, why is it? Oh, Lord Jesus Christ. I'm like, why I keep saying Kenya? What is going on here? You know, if you don't like Kenya, that's fine. But we ain't on Kenya. We on Toya and Adam. And we done. Because we done because it's been an hour. That was my last topic. Oh, I would say my last topic would be we're going to send prayers, okay, and great vibes and healing to Fantasia, who was pregnant with her child by her husband, and she was rushed to the hospital because she was having contractions, but supposedly she's doing better. But we want to send, healing and kind and praying words to her because, again, we do not want anyone losing any babies around here. She's, I believe, around 6 months pregnant with her husband's child. And so we want to be sure that we send greatness to them. Also, Neo's wife, Crystal, was also rushed to the ER. She's also pregnant. I don't know how many months Crystal is, but she was asking for prayers on social media. So we're going to send prayers to her. And y'all know DMX is still in the hospital. He is, they said he's in a vegetative state right now, fighting for his life after having, I think they say a heart attack, and he had to be revived, I believe, 3 times during all of this. So we're still wishing and praying that he can please survive this. So I want to be sure that we, send good vibes and good prayers and good feelings to them because, prayer works. You have to send positivity to people when they need it because that's what they need. Okay. What they need is stuff like that. So again, I want to be sure to put that out into the atmosphere, put it out to the world because again, that's all we need. It's some goodness. Okay. Some goodness again. But again, I heard both Fantasia and Neo's wife, I forgot her name that quick. What's that damn girl name? Is it girl? What's her name? Crystal. They were both doing okay, but again, pregnancies, can be tough. So we want to be sure that those people get some good help. If y'all have questions, y'all can put them in real quick. Again, I'll give y'all a couple more minutes because if we don't see questions, I'm gonna sign off. But DeAndre, what is your take on Drew making light of Latoya's situation? I don't see Drew making light of it. I saw a video where Drew was saying, to not look at stuff without seeing a whole picture. I've seen her say how people are trying to, be one way and be different behind the scenes. I feel as if Latoya has put herself on a pedestal of you're going to have to get addressed because of things that you're saying. And Latoya has done things and said things that people are going to respond to. But I like Drew, not her fashion so much, but I like Drew. I think Drew was a great addition to this season. I want her back for next season. I really, really do. Because I do feel like sometimes people are better after the first season as well. But again, I don't mind it. It's all free games to me. Because if not, it's like they're ignoring the fact that there's, an elephant in the room. But we shall see what happens on the reunion. Question. What do you think of him releasing her on her pay grade? Girl, Tracy, girl. Look, when I see him say, we was on the show, whatever, she wanted to be, because he was saying that they were supposed to be on the show as a family. She's so bravo her husband, her kids, a whole family vibe and whatnot. He brought up how they were doing bad before she booked the show, and then they were going to divorce. So when she made a video about them separating, they had already decided to divorce, is what he was saying. He was like, so when he saw the contracts for how much she would get on the show, oh God, when he saw the contract and he said that she was only gonna get $1,000, I was like, 1,000. He like, all she gets is a rack of episodes. So allegedly per Adam, Toya is making $1,000 per episode on Housewives of Atlanta. Now, the reason I believe it is because, one, she is a friend of the show. She's not a star of the show, and she's relatively unknown to the Bravoverse. So to me, 1,000 per episode sounds plausible, because usually a newbie who's popular may get 5,000 to 10,000 an episode. And even I didn't know who she was before this, because her being big on YouTube doesn't mean she's going to generate revenue for the show or bring enough fans to make a difference. Because again, I don't know every YouTuber. I didn't know her. I had no idea who she was at all. So I'm not surprised that she was making 1,000 per episode. What I will say is him saying she did all that after the plumbed ass all that time for $1,000 per episode, when I make more than that a day selling beard oil. I said, now that's a check. Okay, check, bitch. I make more than you per day, and you on the show making an ass yourself. And think about that. She wanted him and the kids on there. And I also like him saying that the reason he did not want his kids on the show was because if she moved on with someone else, he didn't want the narrative to be, I'm a deadbeat daddy, I'm not around, and it's her and his new boyfriend raising our kids when we have 50-50. I don't want my kids, seeing their life as mama, boyfriend in them, when that's not the reality. I can appreciate him saying that, in my opinion. What do you think about the Paul Pierce situation? When it happened, because him told me about it, y'all know who him is. And he sent me the video first of Paul Pierce at this party with strippers, which is crazy. Having a good time. And my thing is, I didn't have an issue with that man at whatever party with strippers. I was like, why would you go live with that when you know, one, who you are, and two, who you work for? So a lot of folks feel as if that situation with them was already done and he didn't care, because there was no reason for him not to not go live with that. He was on there with strippers, playing poker and smoking weed. You work with the partner of fucking Disney. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. That's not smart. So I thought what he did was dumb. Dumb. I also get why he was fired, because he publicly put out something that looked bad to the big wigs and whatnot. So I thought it was dumb. But again, I feel as if there is something else amiss, and he was either already done with it and was like, "I'm just fire me. Okay, I'm gonna put out these strippers, this poker, this drinking, this weed. I'm gonna put it all out and fire me. Fuck y'all. I quit the side quest. I feel like that was it. However, I don't feel like they was wrong for firing him based on the whole code of conduct shit. So I get that. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm still pissed about Kevin Durant. Because Kevin Durant, you know, KD, I feel as if he privately messaged somebody and was cussing and fussing and going off. I'm like, when you privately if Paul Pierce had, you know, been at that party and didn't show it and it wasn't public and they was fired for it happening, that would have pissed me. I'm like, he was at home, he was in his own personal space. You know what I'm saying? My thing is I see why he was fired for putting that on putting that out. But again, that's my thought. Question: how do you think the reunion will go since the season was born? I think they will drag out Bolo Gates. I think Portia is going to probably read Marlo for filth. I feel as if Drew is going to try to read as well. I think Drew's going to do her best to get another season, even though I feel as if she'll be back. I hope they call Candy out for kind of playing both sides, like saying you heard shit too, but then not want to say shit. I feel as if that was playing both sides. But also I get how Portia seems to not have an issue with it because again, Candy never outright said shit like Marlo didn't like Kenya did. So again, I just want everyone to be held accountable for their bullshit. I think Cynthia little wedding shit will be a blip on the screen. I think the majority of it will be the beef between Marlo, Kenya, and Portia. The bullshit between Drew and Toya, and that's really it. I think it'll be 3 parts. It don't need to be, but I feel like they're gonna make it be 3 parts. It only needs to be 2 parts, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna be on some bullshit and make it 3. The season was boring, but also entertaining. But it was like, let's say if it was 18 episodes. Out of the 18 episodes, a total of maybe 7 were amazing for a season. The other 11 was some bullshit. So I mean, girl, or guy, I'm sorry, guy, because DeAndre. I don't know. It's gonna be. I'm gonna watch it and review it, so we shall see. Will you be excited for a possible Bill Collector season 2? Yes, I do believe they got a season 2. Because it was the highest ranked show on Friday for OWN. I don't see OWN getting rid of it. OWN likes the show because again it's cheap to shoot because you're not paying people too much. And it's reality show. So I think it's easy. So I do think they would get a season 2. Okay, I think I have one more question and we're done. Will you watch and review the new show that Eve starring in and Kenya on Netflix? I will be watching and reviewing the new show with Eve, Brandy, and Tori Naughton called, is it called Divas? Queen? Maybe called Queen. It's called something. What is it called? Because Brandy just posted about it earlier. But I will be reviewing it. And the reason is, where is Brandy? Because I want to know I think it's called Queen. Why can't I find? Oh, there we go. The show is called Queen. So I will be reviewing Queens, and again, it's starring Brandy, Eve, and also Tori Naughton, you know, from Power fame and you know, Real W. The funny part is the character Brandy's playing, her name on the show was supposedly explicit lyrics. I know a girl who was a rapper. She was local but not local. But that was her rap name. And so when I'm like, that's a really specific name to put on a TV show. So I do wonder, did y'all talking about it, you know, about her? So again, that's kind of funny. But again, Kenya, who was a guest star on the Family Reunion show with Tia Murray, I will not be reviewing that. I will watch it, but will not be reviewing. Anyway, I am done with the questions. I am done answering questions right now because we're done. Thank y'all for tuning in. Had a great night. Okay, had a great night, great questions or whatever. I will see y'all on Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel for the Ladies First Panel. Yes, we will be live this Thursday, 9 p.m. My channel. Okay, come have a good time. Have a good night, y'all. Stay prayed up. Stay safe. And as I as I tell you every single time, do not send your cooch via text, because if he wants it, he will come get it. Okay? Gotta go. Peace.